Today, Russia and the U.S. In an exchange, prisoner swap, largest East-West prisoner swap since the Cold War. What is your reaction that Russia freed the Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich and others?
Well, as usual, it was a win for Putin or any other country that deals with us. But we got somebody back, so I'm never going to be challenging that. It wouldn't have happened with us. We would have gotten him back. We wouldn't have had to pay anything. We wouldn't have had to let some of the great killers of the world go, because that's what's happened, as you know. And the deal's very complex because it just came out, so nobody understands the deal yet. And they make it complex, so you can't understand how bad the deal is for us. But we got him back. And we could have had him back. We should have had him back a long time ago. It should have never happened. It would have never happened. He shouldn't have been taken in the first place, and it would have never happened with us if I was president.
So it was more than prisoner swaps? It was something else?
I have no idea what they did. I just know they announced it's a very complex deal. That's usually a way of saying we made a bad deal, and we made it complex so nobody understands it. So we have to find out, was money involved? Did we pay billions? Like last time we paid $6 billion in addition to everything else. So did we pay money? And I put something in Truth today, and it was very interesting. How much did we pay? Who are the people? How are they? Are they bad people? Are they killers? Who are the people? Now we're finding out that the people that they're getting back are serious, very serious people. I want to be nice about it. They're getting back some real killers.
Yeah, they're Russian hackers and...
You know, I did 59 people. We never gave 10 cents. But they gave them back. I did a lot of people where I said, you got to give them back. 70. I called the head of the country, whatever the country was. I said, got to give them back. Just give them back. Right now, well, sir, we're a system based on courts and rule of law. I said, you have no rule of law. You're the rule of law. You got to get them back. And you got... Everybody came back. We got 59. And we didn't pay money. I got people back from North Korea. That's tougher than any other place to get people
remember what
back.
happened
I had a
to
good
Otto
relationship with Kim Jong-un. We got people back. But, you know, when you start paying money or when you start making deals where you give, you know, the kind of people, these are really some tough people that they got back. The toughest in the world. You start doing that, and all of a sudden you have a lot of hostages taken prisoner, so to speak. And you'll have a lot of things happening. It's very bad. It's a very bad precedent.
All right, let's get one thing out of the way. Not only did Joe Biden and Kamala Harris bring these human beings home, they also started working on identifying what hostages were held throughout the world during the transition after Joe and Kamala won and started getting ready to take office. There was a hostage they brought home that was literally taken when Donald Trump was in office. This guy loves to blow smoke up our asses, but we can all see through this. And when he talks about how things are complex, which he infers somehow makes them rigged, illegal, complex, that is just not true. It is more projection from Donald Trump. So on that note, hi everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Adam Parkhomenko. Today we're diving into a truly jaw-dropping interview that Donald Trump held on Fox News with Maria Bartiromo. Let's talk a little more about the clip we just watched. Before we dive into this circus, make sure you hit that subscribe button, please, and join our community of informed and engaged viewers. Let's get into it. All right, let's cut straight to the chase. In a moment of stunning insensitivity, Donald Trump claimed that the recent prisoner exchange was just a win for Putin and that it wouldn't have happened with us. Let's not forget, and again, I have to say this again, I said it earlier, one of these prisoners was taken while Trump was in office. So not only does he belittle the successful return of American citizens, but he also tries to twist it into a failure for the United States. This is not just ridiculous, it's downright disrespectful to the Americans and their families who were wrongfully imprisoned and to the diplomatic efforts that brought them home to us. Thank you, President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. Now, let's go to the next clip.
About this retaliatory order against Israel?
Yeah, I'm worried about the people we have in office are grossly incompetent. I'm worried about World War III before I get there.
What about...
And we will not have World War III if I'm there. And
there are threats on you right now, right? I mean, we just heard more details about Iran reportedly plotting to assassinate.
So I put out a word that if they do that, you have to blow them off the face of the earth because you can't do that. You have to blow them right off the face of the earth. And I said that. I put it out on Truth 2 days ago. I said, because there was a report to that effect, and it could very well be true. And I said, if that happens, you have to blow that country off the face of the earth, because that'll be a whole new world order. The problem we have is nobody respects Biden and nobody respects Kamala. It's a big problem.
Yeah.
The idea that nobody respects Kamala is a load of crap. If he believes that, it's probably because he spends too much time talking to himself on the toilet and the golf course. Now, let's talk about his remarks that he just said in terms of what would happen if Iran were to assassinate him. He said, you have to blow them off the face of the earth. Seriously? This is the kind of crap and reckless rhetoric that's not only irresponsible, it's dangerous. Of course, the U.S. would respond forcefully if a state were to attack a former president or candidate. But this question was clearly meant to highlight Trump's incapability of handling serious, fact-based questioning, something we saw him struggle with during his cringe-worthy appearance this week at the National Association of Black Journalists.
You said at the debate and the RNC, you said, we want our hostages back, and they better be back before I assume office, or you will pay a very, very big price. What did you mean about a big price?
They know what I mean. But it looks like Biden's going to make a deal because he's giving away so much, so much. I mean, we're putting out people that nobody thought would ever be released again. This deal that was made today, I think it's wonderful that Evan's coming back. I think it's great. But these deals are so bad. These deals are going to lead to tremendous kidnappings, and people are going to be brought in. Every time somebody gets brought in, they say, we have a hostage, we want $2 billion. Nobody's ever seen anything like this. And once you agree to do it, which he has agreed all the time, it's only going to get worse. It's a terrible precedent.
What did you mean about a big price? They know what I mean. I'm sorry, but nobody ever knows what the hell you mean. And actually, I don't mean to apologize. And when they do know what you mean, it's because it's just your usual racist, sexist, and everything else weird that you do in your life, you convicted trash. Then there's Trump's attempt to spin the prisoner exchange as a bad deal for America. This is utterly ludicrous. We successfully brought 4 human beings back from illegal detention in Russia. Instead of celebrating this victory for American democracy and diplomacy, Trump seems more concerned with making Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un happy in life. His misplaced priorities and offensive rhetoric speak volumes about his approach to leadership and international relations. We're going to go to the next clip, but first I want to ask you to please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, give it a thumbs up, and comment below. All of this helps me grow and us grow this channel and get these in front of more viewers and more voters. All right, on to the next clip.
She's not respected in foreign countries. I mean, she's laughed at. Everybody can't believe that this is happening. Look,
she's polling better than Joe Biden.
A lot of
projection. She was sent to see Putin about not going into Ukraine. He would have never gone in with me. He went in 3 days later. This is what's happening. So, well, it's a little bit like a fighter, though. You know, you have a fighter and he's winning, and then somebody else is getting punished and beaten. And they say, let's take that fighter out, let's put a new one. That's what they've done here. This was a coup to Joe Biden. And I'm not a fan of Biden. He's not a smart guy, never was. You can go back 30 years, he was never a smart guy. But she's not smart either. She's not a smart person.
Are you going to debate her?
Well, I want to. We're leading in the polls, it seems, by quite a bit still. She's better than he is, but I think ultimately she'll be worse than him. She's more radical than him. He was a phony. She is also, but she's not a phony in terms of policy. She actually wants open borders. She actually wants to defund the police. To me, when you say open borders, defund the police, you don't have to go into the rest of it. But you're going to have tremendously high energy prices. She doesn't want any fossil fuels, which will destroy the country, frankly.
But just to be clear, she's doing a rewrite of history right now. She says that
of her history.
of her history. She says, I don't necessarily mean I will ban fracking now. And she said, well, you know, I don't necessarily need to do Medicare for all. And I was never the border czar. You know that.
Yeah, she's doing a rewrite. No, it's not a rewrite, it's lies. And she also said, and so did he, that we had a very secure border under them. We had the worst border in the history. 20 million people came in. 20 million people. And you know what they do? They just say it. And they keep saying it. The press helps them as much as possible. But they say very strongly, we had a great border.
Yeah. Press helps
and people
the Democrats.
say, you know, it's funny. You say it enough times and people start to believe it too. That's the scary part. they are, it's like a whole con job. It's misinformation, disinformation at the highest level. So now their new thing is we had a safe border. We had a wonderful border. And they hope people forget. Now, a lot of people are, but enough people are. And it's amazing that they can say it. We had the worst border in history. Joe Biden was the worst president in history. She was the worst vice president. She was the most unpopular and least respected vice president in the history of our country. And now what's happened is the press is trying to make her popular. I don't think they'll be able to do it.
Does anyone know what the hell he just said about taking a fighter out and putting a new fighter in as it would relate to a presidential campaign? What happened with Joe Biden's announcement that he's not running for re-election has almost never happened in the history of our country. And a similar case was completely different circumstances. Donald sounds upset that he pushed really hard for Joe Biden to get out, and now he is even further up Schitt's Creek. But what do I know? I'm just a washed-up political consultant who helped defeat him. Things took an even more bizarre turn here when Trump went on the attack against Kamala Harris. When this Fox anchor, if we can even call her that, she's not a reporter, pointed out that Harris is polling better than Joe Biden, Trump dismissed it as a coup against him. Let's talk about a coup for a second. A coup is what happened on January 6th, at least an attempted one, when Donald Trump literally incited a riot, had them all go down to the Capitol and try to overthrow the government and the results of the election. All right? That's what a coup is. Now, back to this interview. He was even asked if he would debate Harris, and he responded with, "I want to. We're leading in the polls, it seems, by quite a bit still." That's not true. It's a blatant lie. Trump is clearly terrified of debating Kamala Harris, who has been relentless in holding him accountable. She has taken the fight to him from the moment it was announced that Joe Biden was not running for re-election. She took whatever gloves she had left on off. If he can't handle a straightforward interview with a black female reporter at the National Association of Black Journalists while sitting down, how the hell is he going to manage to debate Kamala Harris standing up? If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments.
Doing the debate when you did the debate, it gave the Democrats an opportunity to swap him out and put her in. Such an early debate.
They wanted a debate. If I didn't do the debate, they'd say, "Oh, Trump's, not doing the debate." That's the same thing they'll say now. I mean, right now I say, why should I do a debate?
Because you're
I'm
not.
leading in the polls. And everybody knows her. Everybody knows me. She wants open borders. She wants a weak military. She wants high taxes. They want to quadruple your taxes, more than that. With me, I want low taxes. I want a strong border. I want strong drug policy. Our country's becoming a drug-addicted country. We're like China from 200 years ago. Everybody took over China because everybody was drugged out with the opium. And then one day they said death penalty to anybody that deals, and lots of different things happened. But look, we have a country that's really become drug addicted. We have a drug addicted country. You know that.
That is some of the most insane shit I have ever heard in my life. Maybe it's because he continues to decline. I don't know. But let's take the high road and look at this. Trump's attitude towards debating Harris is telling. He said, right now, I say, why should I do a debate? I'm leading in the polls. Not only is this, again, a false statement, but it also highlights his fear of facing a strong and capable opponent. And he has one in Kamala Harris. With every passing day, polls are showing a shift towards Kamala Harris and the Democrats. Trump's attempt to dodge a debate only underscores his literal desperation and weakness, revealing just how afraid he is of confronting a formidable challenger. Donald Trump is racist and he is sexist, and he has absolutely no idea how to respond to Kamala, who is dancing circles around him and exciting this country in ways that I literally have never seen before. All right, y'all. So what do you think about Trump's disastrous interview and his attempts to evade accountability? I would love for you to drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's discuss how we can continue to hold him accountable for his actions. If you found this video helpful, insightful, eye-opening, please be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I'll be doing more and more of this critical analysis and updates every single day. I want to thank you for tuning in. I'm Adam Parkhomenko. Just a quick housekeeping note. I'm also posting articles, just started, on my YouTube community page. Please check out the first one that I currently have up. It's a piece on Donald Trump and authoritarianism and some news about Jimmy Carter. Your support is absolutely crucial as we continue to expose the truth and demand from our leaders better. And I want to say I am incredibly grateful for the outpouring of support as I got this page on YouTube up, and you all have been helping hundreds by hundreds get this growing, and every single one of you matter. And remember, this November, we have a historic opportunity to elect Kamala Harris as the first Black woman president of the United States. Thank you guys. I'll see you soon.